That's dripping on my legs. And I don't have pants on. Hey, um, I have had like a really bad sleep schedule, so I am insanely tired. I sleep very badly in the last couple of days, so I won't be as energetic as the last one. And let's continue with fears. I'm still not gonna look at the side because on the side it says what the last ones are. I'm not gonna look over there because I want to be surprised. I don't think we read this last time, so we're gonna be reading it now. Globophobia, fear of balloons. Glo- Globophobia is a fear of balloons. The level of fear varies from person to person and can range from avoiding being near balloons to avoiding places with balloons altogether. In some people, the fear is so great that even seeing a balloon on television triggers intense anxiety. Well, don't come to Norway on May 17th, because that's Norway's National Day, and there's a lot of people selling those big balloons with like Elsa from Frozen on them, or Little Mermaid, um, Bolt, that dog, which is not many people talk about Bolt, which is sad. It's a great movie. This rare fear can be especially hard for young children, as balloons are often present at children's birthday parties. Globophobia is usually brought on by a traumatic experience with a balloon as a child, such as popping a balloon and being frightened by the noise. It can also be linked to a fear of clowns, or coulrophobia, as the two are often found together. Now, clowns, yeah, I don't like clowns. I wouldn't really say I'm scared of them, because if a killer clown came to kill me, yeah, he would probably just kill me. But I'm not scared, like, but yeah, I don't like popping when a balloon pops, and I am being very frightened by the noise. But I don't have a fear of balloons. Like, I can play with balloons. Just when it pops, it's gonna scare the hell out of me, but that's it. Hippopotamonstrossesquipedaliophobia, fear of long words. Yeah, that's ironic. Hippopotamonstrosis. It's like hippopotas. Hippopotamus? Isn't that like a hippo? Yeah, hippo. Isn't that a hippopotamus? You know those big ass monsters of animals that has apparently the most dangerous bite. I think it was. Hip, yeah. Hippopotamonstrossesquipedaliophobia is a fear of long words. Ironically, it is also the longest word in the dictionary. Like I said, ironic. Another name for the phobia is sesquipedalophobia. It is believed that the phobia of long words develops from being embarrassed by pronouncing long words incorrectly. This may occur while reading aloud in front of the class as a child. The phobia can also be common in people with dyslexia. Now, like in the previous one, sure, I can kind of see it, but this may occur while reading aloud in front of the class as a child. That is just scary anyway. Like, yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone gets scared of long words or that it's being developed from reading in front of the class aloud as a child. I don't think that's. But I can see the common in. I can see that it's common in people with dyslexia. I can see that dyslexic people can't read very well. They some can actually read pretty well, but that's because they have learned it, or I don't know. I actually don't know. I don't know anyone with dyslexia. People with dyslexia is not very good at reading, but they can learn. I think they can learn. They can learn to not have dyslexia. I'm tired. Let's go. Epibipho- Epibiphobia, fear of adolescence. I don't know what adolescence is. Epibiphobia is a fear of adolescence or youth. People with epibiphobia may perceive teenagers as out of control or dangerous and believe they are rude, unpredictable, and do not follow rules. But that is true though. Like many teenagers, they do follow the rules. They're not rude, but everyone is unpredictable. Every single teenager is unpredictable. Many of them is out of control and dangerous if you live in Oslo. Because nowadays in Oslo, teenagers have guns and they will kill you for looking at them. Literally. So I see that people are scared of them. You should be nowadays. Because now they're, yeah, yeah, sure, there are a lot of people being nice, but yeah, I was outside actually yesterday, and I was out in the mall that is underneath me, and to get into my apartment, I need to go out and then just go a couple steps up to get in my door. Um, and I saw some teenagers who were outside the mall on one of the sides where it is like an open place, so you can stand there and smoke. You can put your bikes there and stuff. And there was a couple teenagers there being really loud and screaming and making a lot of noise. Um, and I don't like loud noises. So, yeah, and they were out of control and rude. This fear is thought to develop from the negative portrayal of teenagers in the media. Negative portrayal of teenagers in the media is not really fake. Like, some of it can be fake because media tends to lie. But if you have been in a situation with teenagers, you see that it's not just, yeah, it's not, the media is lying sometimes, but not always. People with epiphobia are afraid of teenagers and will not want to be around them. People with this fear may avoid going to a friend's house if they have teenagers or avoid places where teenagers tend to hang out. Now, I can't really avoid places where teenagers hang out because they like to hang out at the mall, and I live on top of a mall. So, yep. Um, but being afraid of them, I won't say I have a fear of teenagers. I just know that some are bad. Like I could go to a friend's house even if they had teenagers there. Wouldn't be a problem. But the ompalophobia, fear of belly buttons. Dude, this is one thing I don't get. Everyone has a belly button. It's either sticking a little bit out, or it's perfect, or it's a little bit deeper in. But everyone has it. Even you, if you're scared of them. Ompalophobia is a fear of belly buttons. People with ompalophobia will avoid seeing or touching belly buttons, even their own. So you sleep with your shirt on at all times? They might even put a bandage over their belly button to avoid looking at it. Okay, so kind of like the nipple thing, like some people with nipples. Girls at strip clubs. Some show their nipples and some has those black tapes over their nipples. They will sometimes avoid places where belly buttons might be exposed, like the beach. Okay. Well, oh yeah, I was thinking about nipples again. I was like, nipples aren't really exposed at the beach unless it's a nudist beach. But yeah, uh, sucks to be you. I mean, the only place you can swim is your bathtub, and you can't really swim in a bathtub. So, well, you have fear of your own too, so yeah, you couldn't really swim at all. How do you shower then? Well, the band, the bandage, right? Of course. But this, like, how are you scared of it? I don't really understand. Like, it's not like someone needs to help me put on bandage. I can't really touch it. It's gonna bite me. Like, I don't get it. Please explain it to me. Like, this isn't really an explanation on how to, like, how you're scared of it, but or how it works. Linophobia, fear of string. Linophobia is a fear of string. A person with linophobia will have an extreme reaction even when just thinking of string, let alone seeing it in person. People with linophobia will avoid string or anything having to do with strings, such as sewing or tying shoes. Well, tying shoes isn't really strings. Those are called shoelaces, and they are much bigger than a string. Because when I think string, I think like tiny, tiny, tiny string. You know, like those you can um, floss your teeth with. Like I don't like that. I don't like strings like that at all because I'm not scared of it, but I know that a string being this tiny can actually cut you as well to blood. This usually develops from a negative association with string that may stem from a fear of being restrained or restricted. Holy shit. A person who experiences a traumatic event such as being kidnapped or tied up as punishment may develop linophobia. It can also develop simply from watching these events on television. So, I watch a lot of cop shows, but some people will develop because they're not me and they don't like it. I get that. But, yeah. Being kidnapped, though, or tied up as punishment, that sounds really bad. Um, But maybe that's where the shoelaces came in the picture because they have been tied up with shoelaces. So I get it. Pogonophobia, fear of beards. Pogonophobia is a fear of beards. This thing. It's not really a beard yet, but it's growing. But I can't shave. It's no shave November. And don't talk about no not November. It's not real. It's stupid. It's disgusting. Um, Pogonophobia is a fear of beards. They usually stems from an alarming incident with a bearded person. Yeah, but like people with beard is always looked at as a bad person. Like not always, but yeah, people with beards tend to be like, for example, a lot of people with beard are like really strong guys or motorbike riders. Um, but yeah, I mean, I had a teacher with a really like beard, like he looked like a Viking. He had beard and he was bald on top. Like he looked like a Viking, and he was actually a teacher at my school. Like not my teacher, but he was my brother's teacher actually. So yeah, but he was a cool guy. But he looked like a Viking or a motorbike dude. I think he actually drove a bike. Um, it could also arise from a person not liking that a beard hides someone's face. Doesn't really hide anyone's face. You can still see what they're what they are. They are human, and it's only this part they cover up. Like this part. It's basically like wearing a mask. Um, People with phobia will avoid those with beards and may even have anxiety when looking at a picture of a bearded person. A picture. They usually will not be friends with someone who has a beard and will feel extremely nervous when talking to someone who does. These fears are like so bad, like it is a real thing and someone's actually scared of it, but that is so bad to live with that because I mean people can meet their fears. People with these fears should try and meet them because if you watch TV and someone with beard comes on or someone with the belly button exposed or something with the string, something with teenagers, balloons, that's not much on TV, but yeah, it could be a lot of these things on TV every day. Chatophobia, fear of hair. Oh my gosh. Chatophobia is a fear of hair. This phobia can be fear of one's own hair, other people's hair, or even animal hair. People with chatophobia might be afraid of a hairball on the ground or afraid of combing their hair. If they're scared of the hair, why are they scared of combing it? Wouldn't they just cut it all off? They often find it extremely difficult to get haircuts and will generally avoid situations where other people touch their hair. Which is outside every day. I touch my hair every day. Like you see this? This goes in front of my eyes. And I do this at least like 100 times while I'm at the store. I touch my hair all the time. So people with this fear just doesn't go out, I guess. This phobia may arise from a traumatic experience involving hair. Some examples are a bad haircut or losing large amount of hair by going bald. Are you really scared of hair though if you're going bald? Shouldn't you then be scared of losing the hair to be bald? Should you then be scared of bald? It could also be caused by someone believing that hair is dirty and not wanting to come into contact with it. Oh yeah, this is dirty. Related phobias are trichophobia and trichopatophobia. Trichophobia is the fear of loose hair, such as hair that has fallen out onto their clothes or furniture. Like when it falls into your food, that is disgusting. I don't like that. But I'm not scared of it. Trichopatophobia is the fear of hair disease, which can include baldness or a change in hair color. I would love to have a change in my hair color. Like just out of nowhere, my hair turns blue. I would be like, that's awesome. Vestrophobia, fear of clothing. I'm not scared of clothing. I have a boxer on. I have clothes on when I'm outside, but when I'm inside in my own house, I'd like to either just sit in my boxer or naked. It's my house. But I just think that clothes are uncomfortable. But I wear them if I need to, of course. Vestrophobia is a fear of clothing. For many people, this manifests as a fear of a specific garment. For others, it might come from a fear of tight-fitting clothing that causes one to feel constrained. In other cases, it is a fear of all clothing. This wear phobia can arise from an allergy to a specific type of fabric or a traumatic event associated with a certain piece of clothing. For example, there have been cases where former soldiers develop a fear of military clothing. Military clothing you don't really use other than in the military, you know. But I kind of see the fear of military clothing because in the military you do. I mean, you shoot with guns, you drive tanks, planes, whatever. Maybe not planes, but you know. I kind of get it. I was never in the military, so I don't know. but I kind of see it from when you, for example, watch movies like or series like Saving Private Ryan or Hacksaw Ridge. I'm trying to think of one more. What was the name again? Fury. That's a military movie. So I kind of see it. That it is scary, but I wouldn't say I'm afraid of military clothing. But that's because I've never been in the military. So, but also, if you're scared of all clothing, that some people are, it says in other cases it's a fear of all clothing. Are you just butt naked in your house, like I am sometimes? But are you that all day, all night, never going outside? What if you're freezing? I mean, blankets, but if you take a blanket around you, it could be considered a coat. Argophobia, fear of work. Okay, I don't have a job, but I'm not afraid of working. Okay, I have been working before. I just can't find what I'm good at. That's my problem. Argophobia is a fear of work. I have a fear of failing. Argophobia is a fear of work. People with argophobia tend to have extreme anxieties associated with the place of work or work environment. Some may have a fear of manual labor or the act of working itself, while others can have a fear of finding a job. All of these cases will be classified as ergophobia. The fear of work can lead to anxiety attacks and impair a person's ability to function professionally. It can have a huge impact on a person's life, as most people need to maintain a job to survive. Depends. Not if you live in Norway, actually. I mean, like, look at me. I don't have a job, but I still have a house. I'm renting, but I still have a house. I have lights. I have TV. I have a laptop. I don't have a washing machine anymore. My mom is washing my clothes because the washing machine was done, so we took it out in the shed or in the storage room. I have the biggest storage room in the whole building. Yeah, I know. Impressed, right? The biggest one. Um, but yeah, that's okay since if my girlfriend's gonna move in next year, a lot of our furniture is going in there because we're getting new furniture, obviously. But I like my couch. I will have my couch, but I will have it as a gaming couch. I will sit on that couch when I'm gaming Xbox or PlayStation or Switch, as long as it's on the TV. Um, where was that? Oh yeah, but I still get food every day, and I have this. I mean, this is actually quite expensive. Just this bottle is quite expensive. Um, and but it's good. It's like lemonade. Mm. Ocean blue lemonade. So good. But I can still buy myself food and drinks and everything, and pay for the electric bills. But yeah, and of course pay for the rent. And I don't have a job, but I'm still surviving for now. I mean, the prices are going up insane. Argophobia may stem from occupational burnout, where a person becomes so stressed and exhausted by the job that they feel they can no longer complete it. It can also be associated with negative work experience like an abusive employer or poor work-life balance. Argophobia is often related to other specific phobias such as social phobia, fear of public speaking, or fear of criticism. Now, I might have a social phobia. I don't like public speaking, but I wouldn't say I have like argophobia. But yeah, I don't have a fear of work. I have a fear of failing, and I have had a couple jobs where I couldn't do it because this stressed. So you feel like you can no longer complete it. Yes, but I don't have a fear of it, of work, that is. Decidophobia, fear of making decisions. Oh, that is, I decided to make this video today. Decidophobia is a fear of making decisions. Making any kind of decisions can seem impossible for someone with decidophobia, as they do not trust their own opinions. A person with decidophobia may excessively rely on others to help them with decision making. They may even turn to external sources, such as astrology, for advice. Decidophobia could be a part of a larger mental health disorder called dependent personality disorder. One of the symptoms of dependent personality disorder is relying on others to make decisions. So they may even turn to external sources such as astrology. Then you made a decision to check the astrology, or you could just not think about it today. But you still did the decision to turn to astrology for advice. So you did do a decision. Isoptrophobia, fear of mirrors. I have that. I have that. That indeed I have. Isoptrophobia is a fear of mirrors. This phobia is also sometimes referred to as spectrophobia or catoptrophobia. People with this fear are unable to look themselves in the mirror. This fear may also extend to any reflective surfaces. Okay, reflective surfaces, no. But I can look at myself in the mirror, but not for long. Very short, actually. This fear may stem from superstitions about mirrors. For instance, a person might be afraid of breaking a mirror because they believe it will cause them bad luck. Others may fear that they will see something supernatural in mirrors, such as a ghost. Not ghost specifically, but supernatural. Yeah. Isoptrophobia can develop from low self-esteem, as a person may feel ashamed of their physical appearance and not want to see it in a mirror. It can lead to depression in some cases, which may require professional treatment in the form of counseling and medication. So the reason why I'm scared of supernatural in the mirrors is because I have dreamt about it so many times when I was little, and I can still do it. Like, just dream of something scary about supernatural and mirror. So when it comes to sleeping, for example, I cannot have a mirror in the bedroom. I cannot have a mirror looking at me at all times. Like, for example, if I had a mirror, let's say that I had it over there. Over there is just my fridge. Not there. That's my TV and the door. But the door next to that door is the bathroom door, and then it's a fridge right next to it because my kitchen is over there. But let's say I had like a mirror in the kitchen. I could not be in here. I cannot have that in the same room as me when I'm alone. Sure, if I have someone here, like for example my girlfriend, that would be fine. But not in the bedroom. Not even with my girlfriend. Not mirrors in the bedroom. Or where you sleep. If you sleep on the couch in the living room, I would not have mirrors in the living room. It is one in the hallway, but I can't see it because it's behind the wall. So that's fine. And also there is one in the bathroom, but the bathroom door is always locked. Unless I'm in there. Yeah, I have a problem with peeing and pooping, but that's another story. I always have my phone on when I go in, and I always have YouTube on, so there is a voice from the phone, so I feel safer. But yeah, I don't like mirrors. So now you know. There was actually one that I was afraid of. I didn't know it was rare. Maybe it's not rare. Maybe it's just one of the weird ones. Because we're looking at rare and weird. So yeah, but that is funny that I had that I had one of them. Dipnophobia, fear of dining with others. Oh, dipnophobia is a fear of dining with others. This often manifests as a fear of dinner parties and may stem from a fear of dinner conversations or having to carry out a conversation while eating. Isn't that just social phobia? I have a NOS uh, there under the TV. I have a NOS, which is a hard drive, and it's sometimes making loud noises. It sounds like someone is knocking, like softly. But yeah, um, it may be related to an underlying social phobia. In many cases, dipnophobia is triggered by traumatic events from an individual's past, such as being ridiculed as a child for the way they ate or for not following proper etiquette at the dinner table. Jesus, my chair just popped. The fear of dining with others can also be related to a fear of being criticized for the way a person eats. Yeah, it's rude. Like if someone eats the way you don't like, just don't look at them. That's dumb. A person with dipnophobia. Jeez, stop knocking. I know there's no one at my door. Because if they were, they would probably ring the doorbell by now because they can probably hear me. Um, a person with dipnophobia may feel awkward eating in front of others and therefore avoid it. People with dipnophobia tend to eat alone or prefer to eat in silence if they do eat with others. So I have a tendency to, like, if I buy something like a hot dog or a burger um, or a pizza slice or anything outside, I do not eat it in front, like outside, because I don't want people to see me eat. Because I feel like when I'm eating, they think that it's disgusting to watch me eat, and therefore they don't want to talk to me or just look at me weird or like yeah. But I'm not afraid of it. I can still do it, but I prefer not to. But I'm not scared of it. Like if it's a warm food, I need to eat it now, or else it's gonna get cold if I have a long way home. So yeah. Phobophobia, fear of phobias. Phobia, Phobophobia is a fear of phobias. This can be described as free-floating anxiety, where a person spirals into a circle of anxiety due to fearing fear itself. In that respect, it is a self-fulfilling prophecy. Phobophobia is commonly co-diagnosed with other types of specific phobias and is often associated with anxiety disorders. People with People with phobophobia will often avoid social situations or other situations that can lead to anxiety. When extreme, it will greatly interfere with an individual's everyday life. Yeah, how are you scared of a phobia? How are you how are you scared of fear? Because if you're scared of fear, you have a phobia which you are afraid of. Some people may turn to alcohol or drugs to cope with their phobias. If you are affected by a phobia and are using substances to cope, we can help. We have comprehensive treatments, plans, and online counseling that can help you gain control of your thoughts and actions. Okay. Well, here we have other thing we can actually do in a video, like for example, fear versus phobia. That sounds nice. Uh, Phobia myths. List of phobias, most common fears, types, and more. Uh, like if you can we find all fears here? Damn. Oh my gosh, maybe we can't. That would be a great one to go through at some point. But for now, excuse me. For now, we are done. My next video was going to be I was thinking of doing the favorite Pokemon challenge, not favorite Pokemon challenge, but there is this favorite Pokemon of each type of each generation, and you have like favorite legendary, favorite Ultra Beast, favorite baby Pokemon, like that as well. So I want to do that, and you can find out, or I can actually find out my favorite Pokemon of all time now. Yeah, that's cool. Well, I have been like sometimes this is my favorite Pokemon, sometimes this is my favorite Pokemon, blah blah blah. But currently, and it has been for a while now. Before it was Krogunk and Toxicroak. Now it's actually H slash, the attack form, the blade form. So now you know. Um, so yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Hopefully, if you want to watch the Pokemon video, that will be fun. I think. Give it a try. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.